Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SAGU Sports Network. My name is Evan the Astro Kid, and I am going to be your commentator for the Super Smash Bros. ECAC National Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the SAGU Lions have made it. They are going to be playing Wayne State for the National Championship title. Now, this is a very, very big game, because for any of you who have been tuning in since last semester, Wayne State and the SAGU Lions were the National Championship finalists the last semester, and Wayne State took the win. And so this is like a big, big moment. It is the rematch for the ECAC, and we are going to see who is going to take the championship title tonight. But for anyone who may be wondering what is going on in this Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game, I am going to try and explain to you as best as I can how this game works so that we're all in the loop. This game is known as a platform fighter, where you play a character on a floating platform and you try to hit the other characters off of said platform to win. Now, you can either win by a point system or a limited life system, the most common being each character has a limited amount of lives, and these are referred to as stocks. There is also an invisible wall or barrier that we will refer to as the blast zone right outside of the view of the screen, and if you get knocked into said blast zone, you lose a stock. Each time your character gets hit, you have a percentage associated with your character that will increase. This percentage can be seen at the bottom of the screen, and your character's percentage is the one next to your character's picture. Now, the more that percentage increases, the more you fly back from each following hit you receive, making it easier for the opponent to knock you into the blast zone. This is referred to as knockback. Each character has a basic amount of 27 button press combinations, or we will call them moves, they can use to increase the percentage on the opponent and knock them into the barrier. Now, some characters have additional moves that are specific to them, while others have just the basic 27. But, keep in mind, each character's moves, even the basic 27, are unique and function differently from all other 88 characters in the game. Now, there are different shapes and sizes of platforms that can be chosen, which are known as stages. In the basic game, there are 103 stages you can choose to play, but in competitive Smash Bros, there are only 8. And only 5 of them are allowed to be played at the beginning of the game, and I'll explain that in just a second. Each stage has different elements like smaller platforms, moving platforms, and different size barriers that can make the game more dynamic. And there's a picking and banning process that happens before the competitors actually play. Now, before they've played in the first opening game, the team captains flip a coin. Whoever wins the coin flip will ban one of the 5 stages you see in front of you. The loser will ban 2 more stages, and the winner will pick from the remaining 2 stages, and that is the stage they play on in the first game. Now, in every game after that, it is a little bit different, to where the winner of the previous match will ban 3 out of the 8 stages you see in front of you, and the new player coming in will pick 1 from the remaining 6. So after the opening game, you have a lot more options, but in the opening game, you're not really sure what the opponents might play, what you might play, so there's definitely going to be a smaller pool just to make it more fair and more balanced for everyone playing. Now, the game mode, or the objective that both of the teams are trying to achieve, is a game mode known as Crew Battle. Now, in Crew Battle, there are 2 teams with 3 players on each team, and each player starts with their own character that they play. They each have 3 stocks, giving 9 stocks in total for the team. The first 2 players fight each other, trying to take the other player's 3 stocks that they are facing. Once one player loses all 3 of their stocks, that team rotates to the next player in the next game. And teams don't move on to the next player until the current player loses all 3 of their stocks. The team to make the other team lose all 9 of their stocks wins the set, and this is a best 2 out of 3. You must win 2 sets out of 3 to win the national championship. And SAGU and Wayne State are no unfamiliar opponents. They have played this will be the 3rd time they've played just in this season, and that isn't even counting all the previous seasons they've played. And in the first time they played Wayne State, this was week 3 of the ECAC regular season, and here we see Efer taking 6 stocks and losing 9, BKR taking 10 stocks and losing 9, and Taylor Halo on his Mii Sword Fighter taking 8 stocks and losing 7 himself. All 3 players did a phenomenal job. Taylor Halo really holding down the anchor position, and BKR working really, really hard to stay positive in terms of kills taken versus stocks lost. And here in Week 8, which was the final week of the ECAC regular season, we see Efer making a massive improvement, flipping his kills and deaths, going 9-6, and then BKR not even letting it go to a Game 3, going 6-5, and then Halo only playing in Game 1, because in Game 2, BKR and Efer end up taking the entire game with just their own willpower. And Efer on his Luigi, BKR on his Diddy Kong, very, very strong. Now, the bracket so far for the ECAC playoffs. SAGU versus California State Monterey Bay played last week, and the SAGU Lions did a phenomenal job taking this championship spot. And then Wayne State and SAU Gold played as well, with both games being very, very close. Wayne State winning the first game by 1 stock, and then taking that semifinal round and ended up cleaning up and getting to finals themselves. And now the game for the SAGU Lions last week, we saw Efer going 6-6, going even, and BKR going 12-4. We did not even see Halo play in round 1 of the ECAC playoffs. But I'm not so sure if that's something we'll see. I'd like to, because I like to see our boys at the SAGU Lions really pop off and play really, really well, which they always do. But Halo, not even getting a chance to play. We'll see if he's able to play tonight. But this is a very, very important game. This game is not just a rematch. It is a rematch of the national championship from last semester. So there's a lot riding on this game. There's a lot of pride, a lot of just playing ability that will be determined tonight. So if you guys are just now tuning in, thank you so much. Make sure you go to SAGU Esports and follow them, like, comment, share. We want to see the interaction. These players need to know that you're there, that you're supporting them, and that you are encouraging them going into this final match of the ECAC spring of 2023 season. This is a very, very big deal, and they want your support. They need your support that helps them stay motivated, that helps them know that you guys are there and you guys are at their back. So please find them on social media. They're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all the things. And go interact, get yourself plugged in, follow, like, subscribe, whatever you got to do, because they could really use your help. And also, the SAGU Sports Network, we will post updates on whatever is happening throughout the match. So make sure you're staying connected in those spheres. They're on all the social platforms, also on Twitch and on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the things. So make sure you get plugged in, and hopefully soon we're going to be getting into Game 1. They are setting up the lobby right now, which one thing that plays a part in these online competitive games is latency, which is basically like online delay. And there's always going to be some kind of latency no matter what game you're playing. There's no way to eliminate it completely unless you're just playing on a console and not connecting through the internet. But since we do have to connect through the internet, there will always be a little bit of latency. But before the game, what they'll do is they'll go into a game and just check to see how much latency there is or how laggy it is. And then if it seems like things are good to go, it seems like the game is playing well and performing well, then they will go into the normal game. And it looks like they have yet to do that latency test, which is what they are doing now. And they're setting up the different elements of this game. Now, one aspect of this game that is very important is this idea of phases. A lot of times you, as a player, will be in a aggressive, advantageous state, an advantageous phase. And then other times it will be a very neutral phase where not a whole lot is happening. And then other times it'll be a very disadvantageous phase. And when you are in advantage, that is very good. It means you are getting, your moves are connecting onto the opponent, you're increasing their percentage, and you are therein dealing damage and making it easier for you to knock them into the blast zone. When you are in a disadvantageous state, it means you are getting a hit. You are the recipient of these moves, and you are being negatively affected by this. And then once we get to neutral state, that is a very much just seeing what the opponent is doing. There's not a whole lot of aggression. There's not a whole lot of actually connecting things. When you're in neutral, you're mostly trying to land what is known as your combo starters or play towards your win conditions. And setting yourself up to be in advantage without fully exposing yourself to be in disadvantage as well. And it looks like there is no latency or lag, and thus the test for latency was a success. This lobby seems to be good, and everything is connected as it should be. As far as I remember, we haven't had very many, if any, latency problems with Wayne State. So this should be a good match. Now, starting for the SAGU Lions, we have Eifer, and he plays Luigi. Luigi is a very interesting character. Luigi has very strong win conditions that revolve around a handful of moves. And in the earlier percentages, when the opponent is not super high in percentage, so when you hit them, they don't fly back super far, he is trying to go for his plunger, which is a grab. It's his combo starter. And it looks like Wayne State is going to start with their Banjo and Kazooie. Now, in Week 8, we saw Eifer's Luigi doing very well against Banjo and Kazooie. Ended up taking 3 stocks against them, and we will see if he is able to recreate it tonight. And we are hopping into Game 1 of the ECAC National Championship. This is a big game, and right now it looks like both players are playing pretty neutral. Banjo-Kazooie getting some good stage control here and having more of the stage available to them and using a lot of these projectiles. Banjo-Kazooie has these bombs that they can throw out, which deal a good amount of damage. They also have these eggs that they can shoot out, which the eggs can combo into themselves, which means you can shoot out multiple eggs, and a lot of times they will all connect even though you're just doing the same move over and over again, which is very good for a lot of characters, especially for Banjo-Kazooie, where most of your gameplay is just slowly racking up damage over time. And then once they get to a high enough percent, you're looking to see if you can hit them with Wonder Wing, which is that glowing dash attack. It does lots of damage. It's very hard to avoid if you don't know it's coming. And it looks like Eifer's kind of getting pushed out of the ring here, but trying to hold his own as best he can. And this Banjo-Kazooie's not really giving Eifer a chance to get any kind of legitimate ground here. Banjo-Kazooie continuing to keep the stage control. Oh, and not able to get the stock. Goes for the Wonder Wing. It doesn't connect. And Eifer staying alive at 148%. That's very... Oh, and Eifer going for the up B, and it doesn't connect. If that had connected, that definitely would have been a stock. But both of them still have yet to take a stock here in this Game 1, and Banjo-Kazooie reading that method of recovering on stage, that being a rolling get-up, going for the up smash and taking the stock. Now Eifer being at a disadvantage here, but don't count him out. Just because Eifer's at a disadvantage doesn't mean he's out of the game. And this is what we saw the last time the SAGU Lions played Wayne State. Eifer being down 2 whole stocks, and he brought it back and ended up winning that game when being in a total deficit. So we'll see if he's able to do that in this game as well, but Banjo-Kazooie putting on a lot of damage here. And once again, getting that up smash after the rolling get-up attack, or the rolling recovery. Getting back on a stage. Eifer doing a good job at avoiding the Wonder Wing. Eifer getting back on stage. This is a very scary position. Both are at a percentage where they could lose a stock if the opponent is able to connect the right move onto them. And Eifer getting some stage control here. Oh, and keeping this Banjo-Kazooie out of the woods. Oh, and using that bomb to help him recover, but Eifer is not letting him get back on stage. Now this Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, Eifer going for the up smash. Great option there, taking that first stock. And now we'll see what he's able to do here. Eifer is at 135%. That's not going to take the stock. And he ends up recovering. Luigi actually has a pretty solid recovery to get back onto the stage. And at 160%, a lot of things could kill him here. Oh, and the up tilt. A really strong option for Banjo-Kazooie. And Efer now down a whole stock. He's got one stock left. And we'll see if Efer can pull out one of those 0 to death combos. But this Banjo going for 2 Wonder Wings. Wow, great job by the Banjo-Kazooie to take that game 1, only losing a stock. And unfortunately, that means Efer only got one of his own in this game 1. And now BKR has got a lot of work ahead of him. Now, optimally, you would want to see BKR getting 5 stocks, because then that would put Halo in a position to go into his game not being at a deficit. But these Wayne State players are no joke. There's a reason they won the national championship last semester. They are very, very good players, very strong competitors. And last season, my apologies. But wow, that double Wonder Wing was so well played. Honestly, I was not seeing that coming, so that was such a elevated strategy there to use 2 Wonder Wings in a row, because the cool thing about Wonder Wing is because you travel so far, you're usually relatively safe even if you miss it. And there is a lot of end lag where there's like a delay after you do it where you can't do much. But it's not a lot. It's not a crazy amount, and so you can do 2 Wonder Wings back-to-back pretty quickly. But next up for the SAGU Lions, we have BKR, the resident Diddy Kong player, the middleman, and we'll see what he's able to do in this game. He's deciding which stage he wants to go to, and it looks like he's deciding, okay, and he ends up, he's going to go for Smashville. Think about Smashville. Smashville is one of the few stages that has a it's very skinny. Now, it's still enough to where you still got to hit them pretty hard to kill them, but considering other stages, it is skinnier than others, so it's easier to kill off the sides. So that is going to play a factor in this, which for Diddy Kong, that can be very, very strong, because Diddy Kong has a banana that he can pull out and throw at the opponent to trip them, and then that gives Diddy Kong enough time to run up and get a really strong attack, which will kill sooner on a stage like Smashville. But now we're going to get into the next game of the ECAC National Championship. BKR against the Wayne State Banjo-Kazooie player. I don't know his gamer tag, my apologies. And BKR starting strong, getting some early percent. Not allowing this Banjo-Kazooie to do a lot with their projectiles. Closing the distance as much as possible. And you see there that banana I was talking about, that can be a very, very strong tool for a Diddy Kong player, because it allows them to fight from a distance and have some kind of ranged advantage. And it also is a projectile that can trip the opponent, which is very, very, very strong. There, Banjo-Kazooie going for the Wonder Wing, and it doesn't pay off. And BKR capitalizing on it, getting some good damage here. And Banjo being at 113, that is kill percent. Oh, going for the monkey flip, great option. That covers a lot, especially if you get hit by banana. Oh, good forward smash there by BKR. And now this Banjo-Kazooie down to their last stock. Oh, but they get the Wonder Wing. Wow, great kill by Banjo there to at least get something out of this match. So keeping Wayne State in some kind of a lead here. Oh, but BKR going for the banana into the 2 down airs and forward smash, getting Banjo to 65. But going for the banana into the forward smash, and now this Banjo-Kazooie is at kill percent. This is very dangerous. Ooh, and monkey flip being such a strong move. Oh, and using the banana, that might be it. Oh, no. Banjo-Kazooie has the Kazooie, which is a bird, and so they can fly. So having a really strong recovery. BKR not letting Banjo get any kind of ground here. Completely zoning them off as much as possible. Oh, and the up smash not going to kill yet. But now if he were to up smash, it definitely would. So Banjo-Kazooie is at kill percent. And we'll see what BKR can do to capitalize on that. Oh, Banjo-Kazooie opting to go for the Wonder Wing. If that would have connected, that might have killed, but BKR seeing it coming, knowing what to do. Oh, it looks like there's a little bit of lag, which is making this game somewhat difficult. Oh, and the banana tripping, getting the forward smash, and BKR keeping it somewhat close. Wayne State only a stock ahead of the SAGU Lions. And we'll see what BKR can do in this next matchup. Now, I believe this is either an Incineroar or a Roy. I could be wrong on that. I'm not entirely sure. I believe it's an Incineroar player. Oh, it has been Lucas before, as I'm being told. So we'll see what Wayne State wants to opt for in this next game and see that recovery there. Great job by the Banjo to recover even after getting hit by the banana. But that is such a dangerous thing, and that's so smart by BKR to throw his banana and then wait next to it and hold shield, because if BKR tries to go for a move, or if Banjo-Kazooie tries to go for a move and it doesn't connect, the probability of them landing on that banana and getting tripped is very, very high, and thus Diddy Kong can come in and capitalize, get lots of damage, and that's what we saw at the end of that game. And so we'll see what Wayne State will opt for here in terms of a stage selection. But Wayne State having 4 stocks on the SAGU Lions, and the SAGU Lions having 3 on Wayne State. And it looks like they're going to go to Small Battlefield, which is very similar to Pokemon Stadium 2. My brain blanked there. Pokemon Stadium 2 and Small Battlefield both have 2 smaller platforms above the main platform. Oh, and it looks like they're going to go for a Roy. Very interesting. Roy is very strong, very fast, a very good character to play. One of the better, well, I would say one of the best characters in the game. Definitely one of the best sword fighters. Yeah, what we would refer to them as swordies. One of the best swordies in the game. And it looks like we are seeing a little bit of lag, but the game must go on. Now BKR against this Wayne State Roy player. We'll see what both teams are able to do here in this third game. Both players look to be putting on little bits of damage here and there. And it looks like there's this pretty heavy stream of latency and lag here, which can make the game a lot more difficult. But neither one of these players letting it affect them too much. And BKR getting this Roy off stage, not allowing them to play the way they would like to, keeping them at a distance, using Banana to its fullest potential. But Roy getting stage control, getting hit by the back air attack of Diddy Kong. And now Roy at 150%. That is definitely kill percent. A lot of things will kill the Roy right now if Diddy Kong can connect it. Ooh, going for the up smash and not connecting. Oh, and wanting the grab there. Oh, monkey flip. Being interrupted by a forward tilt, and that forward smash is going to take the stock. And BKR going up a stock on this Wayne State Roy main. Well, Wayne State Roy player. And we'll see what BKR can do. He has now evened up the game. Oh, and the Roy player getting the kill with the side B slash attack. And now Wayne State is 5 up against the SAGU Lions with only 4. And we'll see what BKR can do to maybe offset that disadvantage, getting 50% onto the Roy pretty quickly. The thing about Roy's very, very strong and close range, but same goes for Diddy Kong. The only thing is Diddy Kong does have the banana to his advantage. And we see BKR using that to its fullest extent. Oh, but the latency of this game is proving to create much more of a challenge than wanted, but BKR going for the forward smash. It's not going to kill, but doing what he can to keep this Roy off stage, deny any kind of... Oh, going for the monkey flip and it not connecting. Oh, but getting the up smash, and that's going to take the stock. And BKR and the Roy both at 1 stock apiece. And now BKR has pretty close to evened up the percentage here. Both at around 50%. And this Roy doing what he can to get around this Diddy Kong aggression. It can be very difficult to handle, but doing a pretty good job at staying safe while getting damage on their own. Oh, the forward smash not connecting. And BKR getting the banana there. Ooh, the monkey flip. Taking Roy off stage. Ooh, and a great use of banana there. Oh. Oh, and the forward smash not connecting for either one, which definitely would have been the stock for either one of them if it had connected. Oh, and the Roy. Unfortunately, that was what is known as a self-destruct, or an SD. The self-destruct being something you never want to see, especially in the national championship. That is so unfortunate. But the Roy doing a really good job at playing to their strengths, fighting well. There was a lot of latency in that game, and you could see it playing a factor in how the two players fought. And we'll see if they opt to go for a new lobby and retry the connection or not. We'll see what they want to do. But as you can see here, he grabs stage and then he tries to fall down and accidentally does an air dodge right there. And that air dodge puts you in a state of free fall long enough to make sure that even with a jump and an up special, there's no way you're going to be getting back on stage. It's just not possible. And it looks like Chef Louie, the anchor for Wayne State, is going to opt to go for Pokemon Stadium 2, a very standard map. That is kind of the gentleman's agreement of a map 1. Most players usually just go to Pokemon Stadium 2, naturally. Oh, unless I am mistaken, and they are going to Smashville, which once again is a lot skinnier, so that is a component that will play a piece in this game here. But BKR putting SAGU in their first advantage of Game 1, putting them up a stock over Wayne State. And we'll see what BKR can do against Chef Louis Terry, a very, very strong fighter, very good player. And we'll see what BKR can do here in this next matchup.
3, 2, 1.
And it seems like there's still a bit of lag. And we'll see if they opt to play it out or not. Yeah, there's pretty heavy latency, but it looks like they're opting to play it out anyways. And BKR getting some good damage early on. Oh, but Terry, such a strong character. In just a few moves, look at that. Diddy Kong at 77%! And the forward smash, wow! And that's what I was talking about, Smashville. The sides are so much more condensed that a forward smash at 77% against Diddy Kong will take the stock there. And so now, it's 6 stocks apiece, and we're going to see Talo Halo. Once again, we haven't seen him since Week 8, since the last time the SAGU Lions played against Wayne State. And right here you see getting 77% on BKR's Diddy Kong, and then the forward smash. And then the thing is, that being the stage and the matchup it was, I don't think there was even a chance for BKR to possibly get out of that. But here, Talo Halo, Chef Louie, in what is essentially the final game of Game 1, both at 3 stocks. And we'll see who can get this Game 1 win here, the SAGU Lions or Wayne State. And here, Talo Halo's Mii Sword Fighter is one to be reckoned with, but as we just saw in that last game, Chef Louie's Terry is also no joke. Both are serious contenders, and it looks like they're both just racking on damage here. Talo Halo using his projectiles to his advantage. With Chef Louie finding ways to close the gap and get lots of damage here. Ooh, and holding that shield. Very well played by Talo Halo to not get too impatient. Ooh, and trying to go for the up air. That is a signature Mii Sword Fighter kill confirmed. Is grabbed, down throw to up air, but Chef Louie, knowing this, avoiding it, and now Chef Louie's kind of on the ropes here, but he does have his go, which when Terry has go next to his name, he can do moves like that. That was Buster Wolf, a very strong move that only is given to Terry once he reaches 100%. Oh, and getting a second one, and now Talo Halo at almost 50%. And we'll see what Talo Halo can do here. And Talo Halo getting Chef Louie to 180%. That's definitely kill percentage. Ooh, and going to the dash attack. I don't know if Chef Louie wanted to go for the power geyser there, but Talo Halo capitalizing, but now it's 74%. Ooh, Chef Louie doing a great job at controlling the stage here, not letting Talo Halo get any kind of ground. Talo Halo doing what he can to play to his strengths as Mii Sword Fighter, which is a lot of projectiles. Getting the up air. And now Chef Louie at 56%. It is still anyone's game. Both of these players are so good that any deficit can be fought back. Ooh, and opting to go for the grab there. And Talo Halo throwing out his projectiles. And Chef Louie trying to close the distance. Oh, getting the power dunk, and that's going to be the stock on Talo Halo. And now Wayne State is up a stock, but Chef Louie is at kill percent. Oh, and that's it. Oh, he didn't die, but now he has his go, which is very scary. Oh, but Talo Halo getting the up smash, and now it is one stock apiece. Who is going to take this Game 1 of the Super Smash Bros. National Championship? Ooh, and not getting hit by that final move. Ooh, and Talo Halo getting stage control. Throwing projectiles. Using the projectiles to the best of his ability. Oh, that automatic turnaround that Terry has. Oh, and that's going to be the stock. Wayne State take Game 1 in this best of 3. Well, so well played by Chef Louie and by Talo Halo, going down to the last stock. And Chef Louie showing his mettle, proving his worth, that they deserve to be in the national championship. Both very, very good players, very good fighters. And now we'll see what happens in Game 2. Now it is do or die for the SAGU Lions. They have to win the next 2 games if they want to take the championship title. And we'll see if they can do it. And right here, you see Chef Louie doing a great job at avoiding those projectiles and closing the gap, getting in close. But Halo not letting the lead get too far. And going for the up smash, great option there. And Chef Louie with that automatic turnaround and trying to go for the grab. You see there, Halo, Me Sword Fighter attempting the grab and not being far enough, and then Chef Louie going for the combo and getting that final stock. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is game 2. Wayne State leads in this best of 3, and now it looks like they're going to be starting with their Roy player against Efer's Luigi, and we will see what Efer is able to do to counteract this in this game 2. And Efer almost getting the 0 to death there. So incredibly close. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to connect with the up B, but still getting the Roy to 90%. And it's only been 20 seconds. That is so incredibly fast. And Efer, wow, that was a very weird interaction. Efer somehow ended up on stage. And now this Roy has some stage control, but Efer not letting it get away from him. Ooh, going for the side, going for the forward smash, my apologies. And that's going to be the first stock. Oh, and Efer trying to go for it again. Oh, and unfortunately it's not enough. Not able to connect that up B, but still getting Roy to 50% in a matter of seconds is still a very, very good place to be. Oh, unfortunately, that's going to be the stock. He had already used his jump. And this Roy doing what they can to hold the line for Wayne State, not let Efer walk away with his game 1. But Efer doing what he can. Oh, the smash attack not connecting there. Very scary. Both players playing very safe, just kind of throwing out moves. And okay, opting to go for the forward smash, and Luigi's Cyclone being very strong. And Efer doing a great job on Luigi here, just keeping the lead. Oh, and getting the forward smash, getting him to 75. And Efer staying on stage. Oh, and plunger not being long enough to grab him from that range. But now the percentage is pretty even. Both at 120%. Both at kill percent, but Efer getting the grab. And the back throw is going to take the stock. And Efer is a stock ahead. And now we'll see what he's able to do here. Trying to go for the grab. Oh, and unfortunately, because one of the mechanics in this game is known as Rage, where the higher percent you are, the more damage you deal. And that can throw off certain combos because the knockback is different. And so where normally Luigi would be able to go for the 0 to death, and once again, the Roy SDing, so unfortunate. And now the SAGU Lions are going to go into this game 2 with a 2-stock lead. This is a complete flip-flop from game 1. Efer, great forward smash there. And Efer trying to recover, being able to, getting the back throw, and it taking the stock. Very well played. And unfortunately, the Roy player trying to do that air dodge again, and normally they would air dodge to try and grab onto the ledge, but the air dodge was not enough. And that is the stock, and that is game 1, or match 1 of game 2. And so now Efer is going to be going against either Banjo-Kazooie or Chef Louie. And I would assume it to be Banjo-Kazooie. And we saw in Week 8, Efer doing a really good job against this Banjo-Kazooie. But unfortunately, this last game, game 1, he did not do so well. So we'll see what Efer can do here to maybe turn that around and still take a stock or 2 or 3 on this Banjo-Kazooie to push the lead as much as possible for the SAGU Lions. But Banjo-Kazooie is no joke. We'll see what they are able to do to stop this SAGU Lions lead here. And right now, they're going through the picking and banning process of which stage they want. And it looks like they might be going Town and City. Town and City is a very interesting choice. Town and City is... So where Smashville is very skinny, Town and City is very wide, but very short, I guess. Where the top blast zone is a lot smaller than other stages. And so Smashville being one where the edges are very close, Town and City's one where the top is very close. I believe I'm correct on that. But Smashville and Town and City are both very unique stages, and they have different elements that play into how the game is played and completely change the dynamic of the match. And it looks like they will be going to Smashville. We've seen this stage a few times up until this point. And we'll see what Banjo-Kazooie can do against this aggressive Luigi gameplay. And we'll see what Efer can do to keep the lead for the SAGU Lions. But we are going to the second match of Game 2. And we'll see what happens. Both are very good players. A lot of neutral, lots of projectiles. We'll see what happens. Our first thing is Efer resetting himself down to 2 stocks. And we'll see what happens. Both playing very safe, and Chef Louie there opting for lots of projectiles. Oh, and that Wonder Wing being very strong. And we're seeing Efer kind of struggle against this projectile-heavy Banjo-Kazooie gameplay. But using Cyclone to its best he can. Getting this Banjo to 50%, but Luigi, Efer now at 110. A very dangerous spot to be in. The up smash is going to kill. And now Efer's down to his last stock. And we'll see what Efer can do here to try and take the stock on this Banjo-Kazooie. Keep the SAGU Lions in a lead if at all possible. Oh, but that Wonder Wing being so well placed, using the bomb to deny any sort of forward advancement on stage, and then going for the Wonder Wing so that if they try to do anything above the stage, it hitting and dealing lots of damage. Oh, and the forward smash. That's going to take the stock, and Banjo-Kazooie resetting it 3 stocks apiece for both teams. And this Banjo-Kazooie has been putting in the work. And we'll see what BKR can do here once again against this Banjo-Kazooie, and that up smash being very well placed. Banjo-Kazooie is a very interesting character. Lots of projectiles, but lots of moves that do a lot of damage and are pretty quick if you can hit them up close. But BKR with his Diddy Kong, very strong, very aggressive. And we'll see what map he wants, what stage he wants to opt for here. We've seen a lot of Smashville tonight, and we'll see if they continue to play Smashville. And one of the main elements you have to think about is how your character will play into a certain stage. Now, it's not this massive advantage, but in a game like this where very small, very minuscule decisions can have a huge impact, even if it's just a slight advantage, You want any advantage you can get, especially in a national championship. So we'll see what BKR opts to do here in his game against Banjo-Kazooie. It looks like he's hovering over Kalos. Very interesting. Kalos is a legal stage. But now transitioning over to Pokemon Stadium 2, or PS2 as it is referred to sometimes. We'll see what BKR will want to opt for. But for anyone who may be wondering how you can connect to these players and these competitors, SAGU Esports, find them Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. They'd love your support. They'd love to know that you are there, that you care about the success of these players, that you are behind their back and you're supporting them. So if you get a chance, engage, comment, like, share, all the things. That is SAGU Esports. And now we're going to go into this next game. Diddy Kong and Banjo-Kazooie, both SAGU Lions in Wayne State at 3 stocks on the other team, 6 stocks of their own. And we'll see what these two players are able to do here. The Banjo-Kazooie going really far off stage and getting back. As we talked about, Banjo-Kazooie having a really solid recovery. Oh, and opting for the forward smash at not connecting. And BKR playing very, very well. This Banjo doing what they can to take some more stocks off of BKR, but BKR getting Banjo to 107%. Not allowing Banjo to get any kind of legitimate advantage. Oh, and the Wonder Wing. Oh, trying to go for a second one and it not having the effect that he might have wanted. Oh, and the back throw's not going to kill. Very close. Oh, and going for the Wonder Wing in the other direction. Wonder Wing covers a lot of options in there. Egg was able to stop BKR's recovery, and now Banjo-Kazooie is in the lead with a stock. And that up smash not able to connect, unfortunately. And Banjo-Kazooie, ooh, pressing this advantage, reading that option by BKR. Now at 40%. But Banjo-Kazooie's at 150. A lot of things will kill here. Ooh, and going for the monkey flip. I think that's going to kill. No, not enough. Banjo-Kazooie's pretty heavy. I mean, it is what I assume to be a bear and a bird. So that I would assume that to be a fairly heavy character. And the thing about weight is that is an element that matters because you kill people by knocking them back farther. So if a character is heavier, it is harder to knock them into the blast zone. And if a character is lighter, it's much easier to knock them into the blast zone. That is why in Game 1, we saw Chef Louie opt for the forward smash against BKR's Diddy Kong. And even though BKR was only at 77%, it still was able to kill him because Diddy Kong is a fairly light character. And so there's lots of different elements that play into how this game works. Oh, and BKR, a great parry off of the Wonder Wing there, going for the forward smash, taking the stock, and now BKR is up a whole stock on this Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, and pressing the advantage as much as possible. Banjo-Kazooie not letting BKR run away with it. And using the banana very well, going for the down air, very interesting. Oh, and stopping the Wonder Wing before it can go off. Very well played by BKR, not letting Banjo get any kind of lead here. And the forward smash wasn't enough, and the back throw is what's going to take it. So now BKR down to his last stock, but Banjo-Kazooie is at kill percentage. So a lot of things will kill Banjo-Kazooie here. Oh, and going for the banana, the forward smash, and that's going to take the stock. And BKR going into this next match with a lead for the SAGU Lions, having 6 stocks against Wayne State's 5. Very well played by BKR and very well played by Banjo-Kazooie there. Not just getting kills onto BKR, but taking 3 off of Efer in the previous match. But yeah, the egg there, getting the stock onto Diddy Kong, because the thing about barrels, Diddy Kong's recovery option, is that if Diddy Kong gets hit while he's using barrels, those barrels fly away, and Diddy Kong, if they can't get to the stage in time before they go into free fall, that is pretty much the stock. And Diddy Kong using banana very well, catching the banana off of Banjo-Kazooie, trying to throw it at Diddy Kong. But I think they might opt to stay in Smashville because that was the decision from the previous game when we were in this scenario. But we will see what they choose to do. And now BKR got a lot on the line, hoping to maybe keep the SAGU Lions in advantage so that in the next game, Talo Halo's going in up a stock, maybe even 2. But BKR down to 1 stock of his own. And Chef Louie, the final player for Wayne State, with 3 stocks. Now keep in mind, Wayne State won game 1, and it's a best 2 out of 3. So Chef Louie has got to take 4 stocks if they want to win the national championship right here, right now. And the SAGU Lions have to take the 3 remaining stocks off of Chef Louie if they want to stay in the running for this championship. And both taking on a lot of damage here. And BKR playing really well, getting the forward smash, using the banana into the back air, a great option. Oh, and trying to go for the back air, and recovery proving its merit. Oh, and Buster Wolf not killing. BKR is still alive. He has a chance to put the SAGU Lions in a lead in this next match. But Terry has his go meter. Oh, and the monkey flip, that might kill here. Oh, it barely not killing. BKR trying to go for something off stage. Oh, and the Buster Wolf not doing it, but the up special is going to take the stock, and now Chef Louie, avoiding putting Wayne State at any more of a disadvantage, is going to go into this game. Final match of game 2, reset at 6 stocks apiece for both teams, 3 stocks available for both teams. And now Talo Halo having to go against this Chef Louie Terry gameplay. Oh, and that, I thought that Buster Wolf was going to connect, and then it didn't. And then BKR opting for the up smash, that not connecting. So many things going back and forth, but Chef Louie going for the up special, taking the stock. Very well played by Chef Louie. And now we have the final match of game 2. Talo Halo and his Mii Sword Fighter against Chef Louie and his Terry. Now right here, this is do or die for the SAGU Lions. Talo Halo's got to take the next 3 stocks if they want to stay in the game here. And you can see it on his face, the determination, the energy. He's ready to go. He's ready to play. And we'll see what Chef Louie wanting to walk away with another national championship. We'll see who will be able to take this game 2. Oh, my apologies. So this whole time I've been saying it's a best of 3, but because it is the national championship, this is a best of 5, meaning that one of these teams has to win 3 games, not 2. So this is not do or die for the SAGU Lions, but they are at a disadvantage, and if they lose this game, then it will be a do or die scenario. So Talo Halo trying to prevent that at all costs. We'll see what happens in this final match of Game 2 in the ECAC Super Smash Brothers National Championship. And once again, we see both of them playing a lot of neutral, a lot of patience. TayloHalo using a lot of his projectiles. TayloHalo doing what he can to keep the distance, but Chef Louis trying to approach as best as possible. Ooh, and that shield getting very, very small. The thing about shields in this game is the more your shield gets hit, which is that little glowing bubble that pops up every now and then above the characters, that is your shield. And when you are shielding, you do not take damage, you don't get knocked back, but the more you get hit by moves, as you saw there, your shield gets smaller. And if your shield, wow, going for the tornado into the up air, great job by TayloHalo, putting the SAGU Lions at a lead early on in this final match of Game 2. But that shield, if it gets too small, it can end up breaking, and that will put your character in a stunned kind of position, which allows the opponent to get a lot of damage on you. And if you're at a high enough percent where any move will kill, especially if they have enough time to charge it up, it's basically a loss of a stock. So managing your shield is a very important element of this game. Ooh, but TayloHalo going for the grab into the down throw. Oh, and not getting the conversion there. Getting the up smash, great option. And Chef Louis now at 110%. Oh, but getting the Buster Hulk, taking the stock. And now it is 2 stocks apiece. But Chef Louis is at 110. But also at 100 and now 21. Terry has his go, which is very powerful. Ooh, almost losing their stock. Chef Louis staying alive, just barely. Oh, but TayloHalo seeing the opportunity, getting the back air. And now TayloHalo has one more stock to take on Chef Louis here. Both playing very safe, playing very patient. Ooh, and TayloHalo getting a lot of mileage out of that reflector, which not a lot of characters have reflectors, but to have one is very good. And now Chef Louis at 90%. He gets hit by the right moves, he will die. But TayloHalo also at 114. And the forward smash by Chef Louis taking the stock. Oh, and TayloHalo waiting for the grab. Oh, and it's not gonna kill. And Chef Louis still keeping his chance to win this game too. Oh, and TayloHalo getting the forward tilt, and that is going to be the Game 2 win for the SAGU Lions. And now the SAGU Lions have to win the next 2 games. If they want to take this national championship, it is 1-1 apiece. Whoever can win 2 more games will take the ECAC Season National Championship. But both players playing very, very well. That Buster Hulk so well placed. And TayloHalo seeing these options here. Reading the situation, playing accordingly, getting a great back air. And TayloHalo not able to keep both of his stocks. Chef Louis taking it with a forward smash, but TayloHalo right here getting that forward tilt. Forward tilt's very strong, especially once you get to around 130, 140%. Very well played by both players. Both teams are giving it everything they have. And we'll see what stage they decide to go to here. Once again, at the start of the game, they have the coin flip process where the 2 team captains will flip a coin. The winner will ban one of the starting 5 stages. Then the loser of the coin flip will ban 2 more, and then the winner of the coin flip will pick the stage from the remaining 2. And it seems like they have opted to go to PlayStation I figured that was going to happen at some point. Pokemon Stadium 2, and that is a pretty standard stage, a pretty neutral positioning. It's got the 2 platforms. And the one thing about the stage, though, is it is one of the few stages that is the most susceptible to what is known as pineappling. Now, to get pineappled is a reference to an earlier Smash Brothers game known as Super Smash Brothers Melee. And to get pineappled is to get caught on the stage so you can't fully recover, which can be very, very dangerous. But here we see Wayne State opting for the Banjo-Kazooie. And Efer getting a really strong start here on the Luigi. Getting this Banjo-Kazooie to 75%. And Efer playing safe, getting the forward smash. Great read there. This Banjo-Kazooie trying to do what they can to get back on stage and stay alive. But Efer not giving them a chance to reset. Ooh, and going for the Cyclone. Now this Wayne State Banjo-Kazooie at 130%. Very dangerous. Especially against a character like Luigi with their up B, which can kill at some stances in some stages anywhere from 50% or higher. With this Banjo-Kazooie not going down without a fight, but Efer finding the opening, getting that dash attack, and now being a whole stock ahead and only 50% on himself. And you see him there fishing for Plunger. Trying to get the optimal option here, but now being at 90%. Very dangerous. Oh, and the forward smash. Gonna take the stock. Banjo-Kazooie using these projectiles to great effect. Oh, wow. Great combo by the Banjo-Kazooie. That was so well played. To go from the forward air into the Wonder Wing. So well played. And now Efer down to his last stock. Both players spacing out pretty well. Trying to get any kind of edge on the opponent. Banjo-Kazooie reading that rolling option. Ooh, Efer capitalizing on that grenade placement. And the Wonder Wing not connecting. And Plunger doing a lot to kind of keep Banjo-Kazooie at bay. Ooh, and Banjo-Kazooie now at almost 120%. Ooh, and another Cyclone. Very great option. It cancels a lot of other things. It's got a huge hitbox. Very well played by Efer here. Oh, but these projectiles are proving their worth from this Banjo-Kazooie. Trying to close out this game with 2 stocks of their own. But Efer hoping to gain some advantage. Take the stock. Oh, and that's not going to kill. Banjo-Kazooie at 160. Now we're seeing those projectiles being thrown out. Oh, and the up tilt. Efer landing on stage. Landing on the platform there. And the up tilt is going to take it. And the Banjo-Kazooie being quite the menace putting Wayne State in a 2-stock advantage. There, Efer getting the dash attack. The Banjo-Kazooie not letting the SAGU Lions get any kind of legitimate lead in this Game 3. And right now, the series is tied 1-1. Oh, great read there by the Banjo-Kazooie to go for that up tilt. Up tilt is very fast and very strong. The thing about up tilt is it's very precise. You have to basically be right where his foot is. And so you have to hit it dead on. Banjo-Kazooie reading that situation, finding the placement, and putting Wayne State up 2 stocks on the SAGU Lions. And in this situation, we've got BKR up against Wayne State's Banjo-Kazooie. Now, this is tricky. Because Banjo-Kazooie has so many options, they can create limited options through how they place their projectiles. Because you have grenade. And what you can do is you can throw a grenade out on the ground and let it bounce in front of you. And then you can shoot eggs above grenade, basically eliminating any option except either shielding or jumping above both projectiles, which then the Diddy Kong is now above the Banjo, which limits the Diddy Kong's options even further. So I think finding ways to get through that wall of projectiles is very important, which one move that comes to mind is maybe Monkey Flip. I think that's a very strong option. Also, using Banana as a projectile of their own. You can stop the projectiles of the Banjo-Kazooie with Banana, even if you don't connect it onto the Banjo-Kazooie. Just to be using it in a way to prevent them from using their projectiles can be very, very, very effective. But we'll see what... Oh, Hollow Bastion. Very interesting. This is a stage that we see BKR on a lot, especially when practicing. Very familiar with the mechanics of this stage. It's the first time we've seen it in quite a while, but in Hollow Bastion, there is a single platform above the middle of the stage, and it's very, very wide, very deep. And so you've really got to land your kills. And here we will see Banjo-Kazooie going down to 2 stocks, with Wayne State up 3 on SAGU Lions 1. We'll see what BKR can do here in this matchup. Banjo-Kazooie using these projectiles to full effect, denying a lot of this Diddy Kong momentum. Oh, and oh no, as we see there, and all the other times, Banjo was able to recover from going down farther on stage, but here they weren't able to recover, and now they lost a stock because of it. And now they are down to their final stock, BKR, with 3 of his. Ooh, and the Wonder Wing not connecting. Now, as I said, Hollow Bastion's got that one platform in the middle, and it's very wide and very deep, but the top of the stage is the same as a lot of the other stages. The top blast zone. Oh, and Wonder Wing there taking one of BKR's stocks, keeping Wayne State in a lead, which is very optimal for the Banjo-Kazooie to do. BKR needing to take this final stock off of the Banjo-Kazooie, but Banjo-Kazooie playing very well. Using so many of these projectiles. Ooh, and BKR reading that situation there. Oh, and a great read. Prepping the forward smash. So you see BKR with the chef Chef's hands. Italiano. Optimal. Very well played by BKR there. I know our production head, James Lex, who is very much Italian, is upset at me for that. I'm probably going to get made fun of, and that's fine, because this is the Super Smash Bros. National Championship. You gotta give him the sauce, you know what I mean? And there, BKR putting the works on this Banjo-Kazooie, but not getting away unscathed. The Banjo-Kazooie with the Wonder Wing there, taking a stock off of BKR and keeping Wayne State in a lead. Now, Wayne State having 4 stocks to SAGU Lions 3, but wow, such a good read. That's that Diddy Kong specialty there that we love to see. We love to see it. Now, BKR going up against what has been a Roy player. I would assume they continue to play Roy. They might play something different. We've seen them opt for a Lucas, which is a very different play style. But we'll see what they choose to do here in this next match. BKR with 2 stocks of his own. This next Wayne State player with 3 of theirs. All right, and it looks like we are going to see this Roy. And we'll see what this Roy can do against BKR and his aggressive, saucy Diddy Kong. All right, and this is the next match of Game 3. The series is tied 1-1. We'll see what both of these teams are able to do here. And closing out this national championship. Did I mention it was a national championship? Because this is the national championship for the ECAC Super Smash Bros. League. Both of these teams have fought through just countless very, very good players that all have proven their worth. And so to beat solidified contenders like that to get here, both of these teams very much deserve to be here. And we'll see if they can close it out. BKR seeing the damage that Roy can deal, but also putting on damage of his own. Getting a pretty decent lead here, but it's still fairly even. Both are at high percent. Oh, and BKR going for the banana down tilt forward smash combo. Very strong. And now BKR has reset the game. Both teams have 4 stocks. Oh, and that forward tilt's not going to kill. BKR doing just fine. Diddy Kong's light, but he's not that light. Now, BKR evening it up and getting the forward smash, and that's going to be the stock. Wow. And see what I was saying about Smashville, and the sides are so small. A lot of moves that normally wouldn't kill off the sides can kill. And we see that there, BKR getting that stock on the Roy. And now the SAGU Lions have their first lead of the series. Ooh, going for the banana into the down air. And BKR is putting on the pressure. Ooh, the banana hoping to prevent the recovery in the back air. So strong. Roy's back air is one of his best kill confirms, considering how fast it is and how strong it is. It's very, very fast. I think it's frame 6 or 7, and that is based off of this game running off of 30 frames a second. So 7 frames is less than a third of a second. Very, very fast. And also it kills, but it's not going to be enough. BKR with his Diddy Kong using that banana effectively. And now the SAGU Lions are going to go up with a stock lead, having 6 against Wayne State's 5. Very well played by BKR. And here we see a lot of this laid back, patient gameplay. And here, this is the stock I was talking about with banana being at 76% and it killing. I think that was BKR getting payback for what Chef Louie did to him. Now, ultimately, you'd want to see that on Chef Louie, considering how terrifying he is on his... some would call him terrifying. I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was great. Content, ladies and gentlemen. But here we have BKR going up against Terry. In this next match, BKR with 1 stock, Terry with the last 3 stocks for Wayne State, being the anchor for this Wayne State Smash Brothers team in this best of 5. And they might go for Smashville again. Smashville is a very common pick. It's a very strong pick. But another great pick. Pokemon Stadium 2. Yes, I was correct. All right, and it seems like they are going to opt for Smashville. Once again, you've got those shorter sides in the blast zone that you have to worry about because it's easier to kill off the sides on this stage. And that is an element that both players will have to keep into account. Here's this next matchup. SAGU Lions BKR's Diddy Kong against Chef Louie and his Terry. Both very, very good players, very strong competitors. And we'll see what they're able to do here in this next matchup. And Chef Louie getting some early percent, but Diddy Kong, BKR not letting Chef Louie run away with it. Playing safe. Using banana effectively. Ooh, very good use of banana there. BKR putting himself in a bit of a state of advantage here. He's off stage, going for barrels. Great option. But now Terry has go. Very dangerous. Ooh, monkey flip, a good option in this kind of situation. Depending on where Monkey Flip connects, it can either grab the opponent, which does damage, or it can just hit them, which also does damage. Ooh, and Monkey Flip might kill here. Oh, and it's not going to kill. Ooh, but there goes BKR with the stock he's wanted, putting the SAGU Lions in a lead and keeping the advantage. And unfortunately, that combo is very hard to avoid. It's very, very strong. It's so consistent because that combo starts with Terry's jab, which has a lot of range. It can auto turnaround depending if the enemy's in front of you or behind you. Also, jabs are generally the quickest moves that a character has. So you start the combo off of a really quick move, and all the other hits are pretty close to guaranteed. So, such a strong option by Chef Louie, but BKR getting a stock here. That's exactly what you want to see. That'll put Talo Halo up a stock on Chef Louie in this next game. And we see here he almost kills him, but then he gets the forward smash. So well played by BKR there. But then right here we see Chef Louie, that jab into the power dunk, so incredibly strong. And unfortunately, I didn't see what stage it was. It might be Smashville. Oh, it's Small Battlefield. All right, and here we have Talo Halo against Chef Louie's Terry. Chef Louie down to 2 stocks. This is a great position for the SAGU Lions. And we'll see what they can do here in this Game 3, best of 5. The first team to get 3 wins takes the set and wins the national championship. Talo Halo using these projectiles very effectively. Oh, trying to go for the second up air there, and it not connecting. Now the percentage is evened up. Oh, and that up special not going to kill. And we see these projectiles being thrown out on the side of Talo Halo with his Mii Sword Fighter. Oh, and there goes that down air, getting the stock, and now Chef Louie's down to his last stock here. Oh, great option with the Chakram. The cool thing about Chakram is you can throw it at different angles, or you can throw it in a way where it just kind of spins right in front of you. And the way that Chakram hits people when it's like that allows you to run up and grab them very well, get lots of damage in. Very strong option. Ooh, opting for the hit there and not connecting. Talo Halo 130 going for the up special as a mix-up. Down air, not going for the up air. We see here Talo Halo creating some space. Oh, and Buster Hulk taking that stock. Such a strong move. And I can't even take a sip of water before Talo Halo gets the grab into the down air, into the down throw, into the up air, taking the stock. And now the SAGU Lions are up 2-1 on Wayne State. The SAGU Lions, if they can win this next game, they win the ECAC National Championship. And wow, that was such a great stock there by Talo Halo to use that down air to his advantage. And here we see him playing very patiently, but that Buster Wolf, my apologies. Buster Wolf so strong, and the down air, or down throw into the up air, I keep saying that. Down throw into the up air, taking the stock, and now we are going to see Eifer once again trying to play his Luigi. And in Week 8, we saw this really strong performance with Eifer getting lots of 0-to-deaths, playing really, really well, and now it seems like he's doing everything he can to just stay on his feet. This Banjo-Kazooie using these projectiles to great effect. This Banjo-Kazooie not allowing the SAGU Lions to feel any kind of confidence, and that is so unfortunate. You hate to see it. Any kind of SD or self-destruct is never what you want on either side. And BKR in this last game played very, very well. Ended up taking 2 stocks on the Banjo-Kazooie, 3 stocks on the Roy, and 1 stock on Chef Louie. Very well played by BKR there. And now it looks like Wayne State is opting for the Banjo-Kazooie to start once again. Now Eifer on his Luigi, trying to see if he can get those 0-to-death combos, which is what you want here. And lots of projectiles are being thrown out. Oh, and going for the Wonder Wing, it not connecting. Lots of patient gameplay here. This Banjo-Kazooie just throwing out as many projectiles as humanly possible. But Eifer getting some grabs, getting some damage. Ooh, and avoiding the down smash. Oh, and stopping the Wonder Wing. And Eifer trying to keep this game as close as possible, but that Wonder Wing on the way back, taking the stock. Ooh, and using the Wonder Wing in the opposite direction. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. But now getting 45% on Eifer. Eifer still trying to take this first stock, looking for an opening here. Banjo-Kazooie trying to go for the Wonder Wing kill and not able to connect. Oh, but the Wonder Wing once again. And now this Banjo-Kazooie's out of Wonder Wings for this stock. They only get 5 every stock. So if they use all of them, then they cannot use that move anymore. Because it's so strong, you only have a limited amount of uses. We'll see what Eifer can do here to take the stock off of. Oh, Banjo-Kazooie not dying. Now at 126%. So close. Ooh, opting for the up smash and not connecting. Ooh, and going for Cyclone. Lots of moves being thrown out, and the dash attack is what's going to take it. And now Eifer putting it back to 2 stocks apiece, but that Wonder Wing by Banjo so incredibly strong, and now This Banjo is up a stock. And Wayne State is now 2 stocks to SAGU Lions 1. And we'll see what Eifer can do here on this Luigi. You see him looking for these grabs, these plungers. But Banjo throwing out projectiles from a distance. Eifer not getting too close, playing patient. And this Banjo not allowing Eifer to get close in any kind of legitimate way. Oh, and capitalizing on Eifer approaching with the grab. Eifer getting hit by so many of these projectiles. Oh, and the Wonder Wing is going to connect there. Eifer at 107%. Very scary place to be. This Banjo-Kazooie has still yet to be hit. Oh, and Banjo-Kazooie getting the down throw into the up smash, and that is going to be match 1. Banjo-Kazooie putting Wayne State up 2 stocks on the SAGU Lions. And this Banjo being quite a force to be reckoned with. And here we're seeing just Eifer having a really difficult time dealing with this Banjo-Kazooie onslaught. Banjo-Kazooie being really good at locking down certain areas of the map, not allowing the opponent to approach. And Eifer having a difficult time dealing with that. But now we have BKR coming up for the SAGU Lions. And last time we saw him do very, very well against the Banjo-Kazooie. And we'll see what he's able to do here. Now this is the next match of Game 3. The SAGU Lions lead 2-1 in this best-of-5. If the SAGU Lions can win this game, then they win the ECAC Super Smash Bros. National Championship. And we'll see what they can do to secure that victory here. Banjo-Kazooie putting on a lot of percent here early on. But BKR going for the down air, going for the spike and not landing. And that's the thing about Banjo-Kazooie. They just have so many options to deal with any kind of playstyle. They have moves that can shut down any close-range fighters. They have the projectiles. They have the pummels, which is when you bury someone into the pummeling is with a grab. They have the bury, which allows them to put someone in the ground and make them immobilized for a time. But Diddy Kong has banana, has monkey flip, and even to a certain extent has barrels, which can be very strong in the right hands. Oh, and this Banjo getting the Wonder Wing. And now we're going to see Wayne State going up 4 stocks to the SAGU Lions 1. This is the farthest lead, I believe, we've seen Wayne State in so far in this series. We'll see what Diddy Kong can do here. Very interesting interaction. It almost looked like the Wonder Wing hit BKR from behind Banjo. And BKR doing what he can to try and take this stock and close out this game. But this Banjo proving to be quite a formidable opponent here. Wow, there's so many projectiles being thrown out from this Banjo-Kazooie here. But BKR getting the up smash. Very well played, and now the SAGU Lions closing the gap as best they can. Having 2 stocks, but the Wonder Wing taking that stock there, and now Wayne State has 5 stocks on the SAGU Lions. Such a great place to be if you're Wayne State. It's Banjo keeping the lead and not allowing the SAGU Lions to get any kind of room here, and these projectiles are just such a force to be reckoned with. But BKR closing the gap, getting in close. There's a lot of patient play styles here. A lot of sitting back, a lot of waiting. BKR getting some good damage, but Banjo doing a lot themselves. Oh, and the Wonder Wing taking the stock. Wow, and now Wayne State has 6 stocks on the SAGU Lions. And the SAGU Lions only have 2 stocks on Wayne State. That means that the SAGU Lions want to win it in this game 4. Talo Halo is going to have to take the next 7 stocks, which we've seen him do it before. It is possible, but that is quite an uphill climb. And that Wonder Wing being such a strong tool for Banjo-Kazooie, especially in those close engagements where you don't have a whole lot of reaction time. You're worried about what the Banjo's going to do. And then they jump back, go for Wonder Wing, and it covers so much of the stage. But now Talo Halo, 7 stocks ahead of him, and only 3 of his own. We will see what the DFW defender, the Steve Slayer, we'll see what he can do in this Game 4 of the ECAC Super Smash Bros. National Championship. He has quite the climb ahead of him. And we'll see what Talo Halo is able to do with this. Wayne State in a perfect position to take this next game and to go into Game 5. But Talo Halo wants to prevent that if at all possible. And now, these 2 players begin fighting. Talo Halo starting strong. Using that reflector to great effect. We see Talo feeling very comfortable in this matchup. He has a lot of tools to deal with all these projectiles. There's so much projectile throwing, patient gameplay. Oh, it looks like the Banjo-Kazooie opted for the Wonder Wing, but they went in the opposite direction. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but Talo Halo capitalizing, getting the Banjo to 100%. This is kill percent. One grab into an up air would do it here. Ooh, but the Wonder Wing being very dangerous. Talo Halo now at 130%. This Banjo has put on the works against the SAGU Lions, has shown how intimidating their character can be, how strong it can be. This Banjo just not letting the SAGU Lions get any kind of ground here. Oh, but Talo getting stage control. Oh, but these grenades are doing a really good job at keeping the pressure, and Talo reading that Wonder Wing, getting the forward tilt, and now he's going to go up against this Roy, I would assume, with 3 stocks of his own. So now he's got 6 stocks more to go. He kept all 3 of his, so he still has 3 stocks. But man, those grenades landing right above the reflector. So it still made contact. But such great spacing there. Such great spacing by Talo Halo. So well played. Wow. Very well done by Talo Halo. And now 6 stocks ahead of him. 3 stocks of his own. If he wants to win it in Game 4, he's got to give it everything he's got. We have the Roy player for Wayne State, and then we have Chef Louie on his Terry for Wayne State. Both very good players, very good fighters. So we'll see what Talo Halo wants to do here. Possibly 2 matches ahead of him. 6 stocks up in front, and we'll see how he's able to handle this Wayne State. I mean, that Banjo-Kazooie playing so well and just shutting down so much of the SAGU Lions' gameplay and thought processes, because Banjo-Kazooie is such an unorthodox character. It's such a play style. It's a play style that you don't really see a whole lot, so not a lot of players know how to deal with it. It's very projectile heavy. A lot of Wonder Wing is also surprisingly quick, especially if used in the right way. And you see that berry there slamming them into the ground. But this Banjo-Kazooie doing a lot of work. And BKR and Aoife are doing what they can to stop this advance, but here, going into this next match, Talo Halo against the Roy for Wayne State. And Roy being another sword fight, another sword character, sword fighter. Also, these are known as swordies amongst the Smash Brothers community. Me, sword fighter, and Roy both being swordies, both being very effective swordies in their respective field, and that is going to be a stock for Talo Halo right off the bat. Feeling very confident in this match, not allowing this Roy to get any kind of momentum. The Roy putting on some percent, doing what they can to stop this Talo Halo offense, and getting Talo Halo to 75. Ooh, but Talo continuing to put on the pressure, use these projectiles to the best of their advantages. Oh, in the forward smash, taking the stock. And now this Roy having 1 stock left. Talo Halo has the stage control. Going for the up special as a mix-up. Very well played. Not connecting the up air. Ooh, getting the grab. Oh, and getting the grab once more. Ooh, tried to go for a tornado and it didn't land. Oh, and the forward smash, not gonna do it. Talo Halo, Me Sword Fighter actually having a pretty solid recovery, staying alive. Trying to maybe get a tornado on this Roy. Oh, and the up smash, that's going to do it. And Talo Halo having just now taken 5 stocks of his own. 4 stocks. My apologies. Wait. Yes? I think I'm right. He needs 7. 4 stocks. Okay. I'm bad at math. 4 stocks of his own so far, needing 3. Yeah, he needs 7. Right, okay. Taylor Halo having taken 4 stocks, 1 off the Banjo-Kazooie, 3 off of this Roy just now, without losing a single stock of his own. And so now, Taylor Halo is able to go up against Chef Louie with all 3 of his stocks. So this is still within the grasp of the SAGU Lions. They can win it in this Game 4. Taylor Halo not having gotten a lot of gameplay these last few weeks. But this week, showing us why he is the anchor for the SAGU Lions. Why the SAGU Lions can count on him in moments like this. And we are going into the final match of Game 4 of the ECAC National Championship. It's a best of 5. The SAGU Lions are leading 2-1. If Taylor Halo can win this match and take all 3 stocks off of Chef Louie, they win the national championship right here. So we'll see what these 2 players are able to do, because Chef Louie's Terry is a real contender, a strong fighter, very scary. And we'll see what happens in this final match of Game 4. We're seeing lots of projectiles from Taylor Halo, getting a lot of early percent. Getting Chef Louie to 60% already in the first 30 seconds. Taylor Halo not letting Chef Louie approach in any kind of legitimate way. Keeping him at 100 tornado's arm's length. But Chef Louie almost at 100%, which would mean he gets his go meter, but oh, unfortunately not able to kill off the top. And we'll see what Chef Louie can do here now that he has his go meter. He has things, moves like Power Geyser. Oh, almost killing there. Oh, great back air by Taylor Halo. And now, this is the first lead we've seen the SAGU Lions have in this Game 4. Taylor Halo showing his aggression. Only at 37% himself. Getting Chef Louie to 50%. With a whole stock ahead. Chef Louie's Terry, very strong. Getting the up smash, up air, almost taking the stock. Not going to be enough. The forward air keeping him off, but now he has the go. Oh, and it's not able to kill. You see there, that's something he was looking for. And not able to connect, trying to go for the... Oh, the Buster Wolf didn't land, and Taylor Halo had a window for an up smash, and now Chef Louie's down to his last stock. This could be the national championship right here. If Taylor Halo can take this final stock on Chef Louie. Taylor Halo having stage control. Oh, and Chef Louie getting the up smash. Now Taylor Halo, 2 stocks to Chef Louie's 1. Chef Louie's got to take these last 2 stocks if Wayne State wants to stay in this championship match, but Taylor Halo not making it easy. Taylor Halo trying to see if he can get a grab here. Throwing out tornadoes, getting one to connect, going for the grab. Oh, and the up air not able to kill. Oh, and not opting for a back air. Ooh, but Chef Louie way off stage. Oh, wow. Using the kickback to get back on, and now at 173%. Oh, and Chakram wasn't able to do it. That would have been ridiculous. Ooh, and Taylor Halo playing patient. The jab. Okay, not taking the stock. Oh, and Halo with the back air, and that is going to be the national championship. The SAGU Lions win the ECAC Super Smash Bros. Ultimate National Tournament. Congratulations to the SAGU Lions. Congratulations to Halo finishing that game, taking 7 stocks and only losing 1 of his own. That is so incredibly impressive, so hard to do. Not allowing Wayne State to get the leg up in any amount, especially in that those last couple games. Halo showing why he deserves to be in this final game of the season. So well played by both teams, doing such a good job at securing this win, earning their victory. All 3 players did such a good job. We saw such a strong performance from Halo, especially in this game 4, taking 7 stocks and only losing 1. That is so incredibly impressive. So well played by the SAGU Lions. They did such a good job, and the SAGU Lions are now number 1, getting the win, winning the ECAC playoff bracket, and taking the ECAC National Championships. The SAGU Lions are the ECAC National Champions. And you see here the national champions of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Halo, Taylor Cookman on his Mii Sword Fighter, BKR, Braden Ringer on his Diddy Kong, Ethan Ashley on his Luigi, and the Duke, Caden Conkle, on his Sephiroth. All of them played so well throughout this season, doing such a good job at securing wins, gaining advantages, holding down the fort, and Halo doing everything he can. Look at that. Look at those numbers. Game 4. And here we saw Efer kind of struggling a bit. It seemed like Efer had a lot going on, and still, even in Game 2, going 3-3, doing what they can to keep themselves up. And BKR going 14-11, getting 6 stocks in Game 3. So well played. And then Halo going 15-7, getting more than double the stocks than he lost. And in that Game 4, 7-1. That is so incredible. So well played. And I mean, here we're seeing Halo, that spacing on the Wonder Wing there. And these are all of the stocks that Halo took in Game 4. This is that next stock, using the Chakram to get the forward tilt. And now getting the Tornado. That killed so incredibly early. Wow. And then Halo keeping his 3 stocks, getting the up smash. And now fighting Chef Louie. And here, the Tornado into the back air. I think it was smart going for the back air instead of the up air. Very well played. Ooh, and the Buster Hulk not connecting, and so he gets the up smash, and then so many moves almost killing Chef Louie. And then the thing that does it, the back air, such a strong move. And Halo, single-handedly almost, taking that Game 4 and going from what I believe was a 6-stock deficit into a victory. And here he is, the MVP of the ECAC National Championship, Game 4, Halo. What is up? How are you doing? Yeah.
Nice. I'm doing good.
You're doing good.
It's a solid victory. We got a little bit of a jump scare. We got told like 15 minutes before that it was going to be a best of 5 instead of a best of 3.
Oh, wow.
Which was really funny. I personally, I was surprised it wasn't originally set to be best of 5, but so this makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And I think it's good. I like doing best of 5s, more playing the game gives more time to adapt, and I think that's where you see like the main gist of Smash as a whole in seeing more player-to-player interactions, really feeling each other out.
Yeah.
So glad that got to happen. Glad we got to do good. I think tonight went pretty well overall. I know Ethan had some trouble at the beginning against the Banjo. He did like really good against the Roy, but their Banjo definitely got a lot better, let me tell you, because he was camping us out a lot more. He was doing a lot better job. I told them, it was so funny because after in that last game, I don't know if you could like see on my face on the face camera or whatever, I was just kind of like, guys, you just got to wait, and you just have to wait for 5 years, and eventually the Banjo will get bored because, you know, obviously they don't have the same camping tools, so they get bored easier. I do that all the time, so I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah.
And so it was just so like funny showing him that. And then Brayden's like, well, I guess we'll know for next year. So I'm just kind of like, okay, I'll send it out. And I got the Talo 7 to send it out.
Wow, you did, to send it out. The Talo 7.
Couldn't end it any other way.
Nope, that's the only way you could have ended it. And I've got a question for you. Being the team leader, the in-game leader, I guess, for the SAGU Lions Smash Brothers team, what has it been like seeing the improvement from everyone on your team and just kind of watching this season progress, which eventually leading to a national championship win? What has that journey been like?
I mean, it's been awesome. Like, I remember first coming to the school and we barely had a Smash team, and like we just had to like, I mean, we didn't have a Smash team, and we had to build it from the ground up and kind of teach people the fundamentals, the in and outs of Smash. And now, even like Brayden and Ethan, and now they've gotten to a point where they're so good at the game and they're performing so well, and they've taken a lot of the weight off of my shoulders for like most of the season, which has been awesome. And I'm just glad they're getting better at the game, because that means they're going to be able to improve more when playing each other. Other people are going to be able to improve when playing against them, and that's like the main thing that I want for the game, is just people playing against each other and everyone improves and everyone just gets better. Because because then everyone just has more fun.
Yeah, we're having more fun. We're getting better.
At a higher level.
And so going into this game 4, you're seeing on the screen your team, SAGU Lions, having 2 stocks, Wayne State having 6.
Yeah.
You've got 7 stocks ahead of you. What are you telling yourself? How are you getting into that headspace to end up getting that 7? And you only lost a single stock, bro. That is incredible.
I think the headspace I really got into was, this is like the meme, is that I do this, and like I thought it would be really cool because that's what I used to do, and I haven't had to do that in a long time. So I'm like, well, would it really be a Smash season if I didn't have to take 7 stocks?
That's
fair.
I
think that kind of mindset really helps me of like this is just, it's the bit. I love bits, and if I'm gonna do a bit, I'm gonna go full in. I'm gonna commit to it. And you either go full in or you don't do it at all.
Yeah, come on now, and it paid off.
It did pay off.
7-1.
I'm going to be honest, I was a little like shaky at first. Like, you know, you always need a warm up, and I was just kind of like, okay, try to adapt to like the best of 5, feel everyone out. I made a few errors against Louis, and he put up a great fight in the second set we played too. That was like pretty solid. And then once we got into like the third game, I just kind of found my flow a little more and knew what to do against him. He still was like doing fine, but I figured out how to like get on his nerves a little bit and work around his like his flaws. He was getting really greedy, so I knew what to look for. And then I kind of used that same mentality to go into him in that last one. That's the only reason I lost the stock. I thought I was going to lose the stock to that Banjo, honestly. I was playing so careful.
That was very close.
Yeah.
That Banjo really showing up, and as you said, getting better. And, I mean, putting your team in a position where you having to take 7 stocks.
Yeah. No, he was doing really good tonight. Like, he has a lot of patience, and he knows how, like, you know, it's cheese or whatever, because he's getting the side B kills at, the Wonder Wing kills at 50 or whatever, which is super early. Like, that's a strong move, but even then, he gets those kills early. But, like, he's getting those big callouts because he knows what our team is going to do. And that's good. Like, that is huge awareness. And we were starting to play around it a bit more, so he wasn't getting it nearly as much toward the end. But he just still has that resilience and the strong patience that is like that. That's really important to have in a game of Smash, especially if you're playing Banjo, who's like this like lower like half of the character roster kind of character who you kind of have to do that if you're going to win with him.
Yeah,
so
I hear you. Well, congratulations. You
Thank
completely
you so much.
deserve it. So well played. And ladies and gentlemen, Talo Halo, the, as I am now declaring, MVP of the ECAC 2023 National Championship.
Oh, gosh.
And you're a national championship.
Yeah.
You're a national championship. You're a national
I am
champion.
the national championship
You are the
now.
national championship.
I'm taking the title from ECAC.
Yes.
It belongs to me.
Yes, right. You're the national champion. You completely deserve it. So well played. And now there's so much more to look forward to.
Yeah.
We've got time to prepare, time to train, time to work, and then come back and keep giving it everything you got.
Yeah, we've got a lot of good prospects over the summer, looking to see like what's going to change in the next year, and we're just going to be training and getting new people, so it's going to be great.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And you deserve the win. Very well played. And, you know, rest up. Get some good sleep.
I
You
will,
deserve
bro. This is like one of the last big things I have of the like school stuff, so now I'm just going to work on majors.
Yeah.
Whatever. So.
Yeah, there it is. All right. I don't know if we are planning on bringing anyone else to interview.
No, they're not here.
All right. Well, would you be happy to close it out with me?
I got you. Guys, thank you so much for watching tonight's stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, make sure to hit all of those follow, subscribe, like, whatever platform you're watching on. Hit any of those buttons. You guys know the drill. Thank you guys for, like, it means a lot to us, the players, that you guys come out and show your support. We really do appreciate it, so thank you guys so much. We hope you're going to stay tuned for not only our games in the future, but the rest of the SAGU Sports Network esports teams happening throughout the rest of the week. There's still some more games we're playing, right?
Yeah, there's a handful.
Yeah, so stay tuned for those. Go and show them their support because they'd appreciate it just as much as we do. But with that being said, we hope you guys have enjoyed. We hope you stay tuned for next time, but have a great night, guys. We'll see you all later. Woohoo!